Services. He was the co-founder of TechSpan that later merged with Headstrong. He was also part of the initial team that helped grow HCL America into what is now HCL Technologies. He's a charter member of the Indus Entrepreneurs, a non-profit network with over 10,000 members across 44 chapters across 9 countries. May I now invite the chairman of the Singapore chapter of the Indus Entrepreneurs, Mr. Puneet Pushkarna.
Chaudhary Saab, thank you for inviting me here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real pleasure. Like George said, it's also my first visit to Visakhapatnam or Vizag. And while I've not had the opportunity to walk around here, and I'm looking forward to the next couple of days, but just what I've heard already, and I've met the people here, I'm very enthused and extremely optimistic as to the future of this place because, as Utkarsh said, you already have a very good culture. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. And the cultural value is driven by the leadership. And when I look at what the Chief Minister, Honorable Chandrababu Naidu, has done in Hyderabad, he's got a fantastic track record. I also must say that I've actually known Chaudhary Garu here, amongst at least on the dais, I can perhaps claim the longest. I've known him for more than 30 years. And his track record is one thing that's actually got me here as well. About TIE, actually, we foster entrepreneurship. We started back in Silicon Valley in 1992. It's a very strong network. We now have 61 chapters across the world. And the thing that we look for when we look at where to have a chapter and what's actually leading up to that place is really in terms of capital. And when I talk about capital, I'm not talking about financial capital or human capital. I'm talking about capital of governance and of transparency. And I think that, to me, is something that the promise of Andhra Pradesh, under what Chaudhary has been talking about, is something that's very important. So we feel that to increase our network, I'd like to announce that from 61 chapters in the TIE network, we'd like to actually get Vizag as the 62nd chapter across the world on TIE. We are really looking forward, actually, on this journey. There is a very secular trend, as you all know, from the Fortune 500 to the Digital 500. And again, things that were talked about in terms of cybersecurity, analytics, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, etc. Those are extremely important ingredients and will perhaps become actually the foundational issues on which this new digital economy is going to be based on. So we're excitedly looking forward to participate. Yes, I think having this cross-border relationship with multiple entrants, with multiple entities, is a great thing. So what you've got started here, I think, is going to lead up to very powerful, and we look forward from the TIE ecosystem to participate in this further. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pushkarna. Next, we have the privilege of hearing from somebody with over 15 years' worth of experience in private equity, financial structuring, hedge fund trading, and risk management across Asia and the USA. His current focus is Marvelstone Tech, a tech-focused financial services platform that aims to become a digital bank. May I invite Mr. Seunghyun Cho, co-founder and chairman at the Marvelstone Group, to say a few words. Mr. Cho.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great honor to be here this morning. And our group has been quite active and particularly interested in fintech in Asia last 2 to 3 years. And last November, thanks to Central Bank of Singapore's help and support, we decided to set up Fintech Hub in Singapore. That was November last year during the Fintech Festival in Singapore. So we opened 30,000 square feet, proclaimed to be the world's largest fintech hub, and has been only 4 months and has been really great success to now we're hosting 70 of our fintech startups and working with many corporate partners and financial institutions. And we used to be the biggest till Vizag introduced Fintech Tower. I think it took two months to beat us. So, and again, as Mr. J.D. Chaudhary addressed, we don't believe in competition. We strongly believe in partnership. So the only way grow faster and healthy is through the partnership. And thanks to MAS introduction, we met Mr. J.D. Chaudhary last November in Singapore, and he has visited our space. And I think he took 5 minutes to convince me to come to Vizag. I guess he liked the space and the environment, and he was explaining. And India has been one of the main market we are looking at, anyways. And that was one of the main reasons to choose Singapore as a hub, thanks to the good relationship between Singapore and India. And now I can say we're very happy to choose Vizag as the first gateway to India. And we are happy to announce that we are opening very first branch of Ladies 80 outside of Singapore to open in Vizag in Fintech Tower. Thank you. Yeah, so he has been explaining the opportunity in India, and I don't really need to explain how big it is. He was mentioning Andhra Pradesh is a small state. We only have 50 to 60 population, and he's working on offering fiber optical lines to the whole population, and it's one state. So numbers are huge and great. It was really no-brainer to decide to come to India, and we always expand the market where we see the market opportunity plus the policy level support from the government. So after spending more time to study Indian states in India, and I think we really made the right decision to choose Andhra Pradesh. And it's my first time to be here as well, and I was really happy to be here, and we'll participate more to do more things between Singapore and India and to serve the region and globally. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cho. I'd like to thank all our guests of honor for sharing your time and knowledge with us. Before I ask you to take your place in the audience, Mr. Chaudhary, I'm going to request you. Mr. Chaudhary, I'm going to request you to felicitate all our guests of honor. Can we have the felicitation gifts, please? Thank you, Mr. Chaudhary. All our guests of honor are looking very fashionable indeed. Thank you. Mr. Chaudhary, I'm going to request you to stay on stage. Mr. Seunghyun Cho, I'm going to request you to stay on stage.